What is going on, everybody? Welcome on back to baseball right here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex, where we are playing the 2023 Mariners season day and date with the 2023 Mariners in MLB The Show 23. There you go. I think that covers all of it. Every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time, if the Mariners are playing, you can catch a digital game right here on the channel. So be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Thanks for hanging out and helping me hit 1,700 subscribers. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. Today, we are in Atlanta for a series that I'm actually quite looking forward to. The Atlanta Braves are probably the best team we've played in a while. They're 26-18. They also had yesterday off. We are 30-13 following a kind of wild series finale against the Boston Red Sox, and we got the sweep there, which was nice, and we're feeling good. We're 9-1 in our last 10 games. We've picked up a little bit of room on the Angels, who are 7-3, so they've lost a game and a half. I think they were 4.5 back, and now they're 6 back because they played yesterday, and I believe they lost. So they've lost a couple in a row, and we have a little bit of distance between us and the Angels for second place. Granted, very early. We're in May. Probably don't need to be worrying about it too much, but with the way that some of the games have gone, the Detroit series was a little rocky at times. The Texas series was a little rocky at times. We've had to rely on some bigger comebacks. The Houston game on the 6th that I talk about, that second Texas game, and heck, even yesterday's game with some rallies, it could be a closer standing. So we want to just kind of give ourselves as much distance as possible, or as the game allows us, to make sure that we are in a position to withstand a prolonged drought. If you remember the end of last season, the last regular season was pretty brutal, honestly. Like a terrible loss in Kansas City. We probably should have lost the division, but Houston just kind of kept losing, and I think there was one point where I think we lost 3 or 4 games in a row, where basically all I had to do was win one, and we would have clinched the division, and it would have been all done. But I just kept losing, and it was pretty awful. That's why I want a lead. That's why I want to be able to have distance between myself and second place, just to make sure that, like, hey, we're looking good. We'll be all right. If we hit weathering some storms, hitting a drought, whatever it may be. Trying to think of the last good team that we played. Probably Houston, even though they're under 500. Texas was good as well. Toronto was probably the last genuinely good team that we played, with the same record at 26-18. So let's jump on into today's game. Robbie Ray on the mound, 8-1 with a 1.21 ERA, taking on Charlie Morton, 2-1 with a 7.05 ERA. What an unbelievable record to ERA ratio that is. So let's jump on into to today's game. We're about to end the road trip. We'll be back in Seattle on Monday for a 4-game set against the Athletics. So get excited for that. We'll also be seeing Pittsburgh, who is not playing as well as they are in real life. And then there's the Yankees. So we have some good stuff happening soon. We got 5 on-fire starting pitchers. That's what you like to see. Looks like Logan Gilbert's ERA even keeps going down too, which is a bonus. Robbie Ray, you're my man on the mound. We're going to try and use this lineup for the entirety of the series. Tramel's hitting cold, but that's all right. I believe in him. We're going to leave him in the lineup. He has such good power against righties that it's kind of hard to ignore, honestly. Tinker with this the way I would like it. We do have a lot of righty hitters, and there's going to be a spot where oh, you know what I've been doing is I've been putting in Hernandez up here, and then honestly Raleigh might be a good pick right there with that power. His speed's not great, and the contact it leaves a little bit to be desired. I feel like I'm not putting these guys in a great position, Pollock and Suarez. We can leave Trammell at the 9. So we'll have decent speed. Do I have a fast lefty? Trammell? No, that would be... That's all right. And we still have Marlowe on the team, and he still does not have a hit. So there's that. Get excited. All right, while it's loading, that's the perfect time to subscribe. Ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Stuff at 6 a.m., stuff at 6 p.m. Obviously, I don't need to be posting 2 videos a day, but I just love playing video games and making content.
Miles from downtown
so I do.
Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Seattle
Look at that giant
Mariners
popcorn
going up
bucket.
against the Atlanta Braves.
Pretty
Joined
cool.
by my partner, Chris Singleton. I'm John Shambi. Seeing a little precipitation in the forecast for this
Little
one.
precipitation.
Nothing major. Hopefully shouldn't halt the game at any point. But it is wet out there on the field.
One thing is a
It's
hitter,
going to
if
be
you can
interesting.
bunt
We
for a
don't
base
actually
hit,
have a lot
it's
of
gonna be
rain
little
delays,
slick
which
for
is
that
nice.
infielder picking it up. You also have to remember over at first base, second base, wherever on the base paths, it's going to be a little bit slower track. So you have to be a little more cautious with your lead, or if you're going to steal, making sure you get a good jump.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started.
Oh, I'm not going to
after
steal,
this.
so that's fine. We did have the one rain
Just
delay
about set
last
to go
season.
now.
As we take a look
And
at
Tony
Charlie
Slab.
Morton's
Charlie
stats,
Morton.
7.05 ERA.
He's
He
had
has
ups and downs
37
in his
innings in
career,
his
as
8
his
starts,
ERA
2-1
is just
record,
over 4,
47
but this
hits
is a
given
guy
up with
that's not
18
afraid.
walks.
He's gonna take the ball and he's gonna go
1.76
out there
whip is a
and give it
very
his
high
best.
number. 35 strikeouts.
Ready to go now?
We did have the one rain delay. I
outfielder
believe it was in
Julio
Oakland, so I did learn
Rodriguez.
from that. We'll have to bring in a bullpen guy or perhaps another starter. I have an extra controller on my table today, which is always good news for me.
The pitch. That misses the
He's going to
zone,
start us out with a
and we are
97-mile-an-hour
underway.
fastball, which I quickly hit RT and looked and saw that it was not his primary pitch. No, his primary pitch is a slurve at 84 on the high side. 97 is the top speed of the four-seam, which is what we just saw. 97 on a sinker, 91 on a cutter, 90 on a circle
And
change.
he deals. Good eye right there.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That catches the
Okay,
zone for a
caught
strike.
the zone
and
there.
it's
That's a good
2-1
take.
now.
That's a good take. Ooh,
Swings
that's
through
a
that one out
nice
in front that
nice
time.
timing or
That's
nice
that slurve right there. He threw it
pitch selection
extremely
on that
well.
slurve.
Just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that.
And he
barrel
got me
to.
with it again.
Swings
Okay.
and misses, struck him out.
I can't get the big
Frustrating
eyes that I
right
had
there
with
as
James
a
Paxton
speedy
in the
potential
last
base
game
runner when
with the
two
high
strikes, you
ERA.
just struggle to put the
Too
ball
early
in
on
play.
these
You don't even have to
82
get
mile
a
an
hit
hour
at that point.
slurves.
You can
It's
help
a
your team
15 mile an
just by
hour
reaching
difference
on an
between
error, but some
the
way you gotta
four-seam
find a way to
fastball, which
shorten up
tops
the
out
swing
at
and put the ball in play
97,
next
and that
time.
last slurve that we saw at 82. So that is a huge concern for me.
Next pitch is inside. Ball one.
Just nice and patient. We've had pitches like this before. Maybe we get a little bit of a rain delay. They have to kind
And
of
a foul ball.
change their pitching strategy. Might benefit me a little bit. Very late on the 96 mile an hour sinker.
And it's even up.
Inside on an 83 mile an hour. Ugh, sorry, that's 13 miles an hour difference. Oh, and I got under
Next
the
pitch is popped up. Albies
good timing on the
should
four
have
seam,
this
just
one.
under it.
Puts the squeeze on that one. And there's two away.
Hopefully we'll either figure it out or
Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
get a mashable pitch here up in the zone.
Charlie Morton, a guy who has had a pretty incredible ride. He's won the World Series twice with the Astros in 17 and with the Braves in 2021. And that one fouled off.
Yeah, Boog, talent aside,
Yeah,
Charlie
late on
Morton
it.
is
That's
one of
the
those
pitch I'm looking for.
teammate
Could not
favorites.
adjust to
Everyone
it.
you talk to talks about how great a guy he is.
Ooh, damn.
There's a swing and a miss.
Thought that was maybe going to be a check swing. Good timing on it. Or something to take away from it.
Got him.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
good
Swerve
work
out of the
there as he
zone.
gets
That's
a 1-2-3.
that's going to be
Mariners
an
go
enormously
down quietly
effective pitch
there.
for me
And
to, or
now the
against me
Braves,
today.
with their first chance to hit, we're scoreless. You're dialed into the show.
Robbie Ray on the mound for us Mariners.
And on the hill in this one,
8-1 with 8
Singing,
starts.
He's kind of a road warrior.
1.21 ERA,
definitely say
45
so.
hits
You know,
given up
some
in
guys
52
shrink a
innings. He's
little bit
walked
on the
3,
road.
struck
They're
out
so
60,
used
and
to
has a whip of
having the
under 1 at
comfort of being at home and having
.92.
the
You might
fans
be
behind
confused
them,
as to
but
why it's
this
8
guy
starts
seems to
and an
thrive
8-1
in
record.
adversity
Back in
and
one of
being
the
in some hostile environment. So when you have
one of the
a player like
Chicago
this on your
games,
team that goes out
he
there
picked
and
up the
competes,
victory because I kind of
definitely
gambled
like
with
your
some of the
chances away from
pitching
home.
decisions I was making.
So now to the plate
So,
for Atlanta.
if you
Michael
are
Harris.
kind of
Here comes a pitch. And there's a
What the
strike
heck?
on the outside corner.
honestly surprised that not only are we 30-13, 17 games above 500, but I've been able to keep the hitting and pitching difficulties pretty
softly on the ground to third.
They've fluctuated a little bit here, but they haven't gone super far down at any point. We haven't like regressed all the way to like rookie 5 batting or whatever it is, beginner 5. And the pitching has pretty consistently been in legend. We had a rough patch there, but that happens every once in a while.
On to France, and 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
Batting third, the third baseman, Austin.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs.
He's capable of it, but he's not going to do it. He's a coward.
Yeah, Austin Riley is one of those guys that has a lot of barrels, usually amongst the tops in the league in average exit velocity.
I don't know why I said Griffin. Robbie Ray at the top of the league leaders for ERA at 1.21. Somebody must have had a bad game or two because it was a little more competitive. Oof.
Line drive, and that's
really bad fastball. Kind of lucky I'm getting that one back, honestly. Of course, that's the one guy that I trash talk. He's not going to hit a home run.
Down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Junior.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And the slider catches the zone.
0-1.
Matt Olson with 10 home runs. Acuna Jr. with 8. 4 guys tied with 4.
Here's your 1.
There we go. That's a nice fastball.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Lined, and that's
that might actually score a run.
Is Riley. Here comes Riley.
Oh no!
1 run across, and he's got an RBI.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! So I kind of goofed myself up there a little bit because I guess I canceled the throw there on accident.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep.
Triple into the gap,
right
huh?
To it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And now it's Travis d'Arnaud at the plate. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. In comes the runner from third, and they lead by 2.
A little too predictable right there. That was a fastball followed immediately after a...
That's a laser base hit. d'Arnaud around second on his way to third. d'Arnaud coming home. France with a relay home.
Got him at the plate.
They get him, and that's the inning.
It's exciting to see a play at the plate, trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets it.
I'm surprised that the cutoff was that deep into the infield. Good enough throw from Ty France, though it wasn't perfect. Okay, not a great start. Maybe a little too predictable. I am throwing fastballs in the low part of the zone. They're probably looking for that.
He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot.
We can make an adjustment, no problem.
Morton back to work.
It's so impressive because these guys have to
And
do
of course,
so
it's
much
the inning I
study
said,
and
he won't hit a home
preparation
run,
for
like
their
solid
pitchers,
double
for
or whatever it
opposing
was.
hitters, and
Or
really
solid
their
single,
number
even
one
though
job
probably could have been a
is to
double.
guide that staff through a
Oh,
ball game.
that's
And so when you
on
also
top of a circle
can turn it
change.
up offensively
Gross.
and be a force there,
And then
that
it's like,
is a win-win.
and then it's like,
every
well,
manager's dream.
I haven't dropped the difficulty in either of the pitching or the hitting, and then it's like, oh, we're gonna just go ahead and wreck you now. All of that with 2 outs, by the way.
Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0.
So not a great start defensively.
There's the
Oh,
strike.
come
Ty
on.
France, a pretty cool story. A 34th round pick in 2015 out of San Diego State. And in 2022, he was an all-star. And now 2 balls and a strike.
Charlie Morton's got the nickname Ground Chuck because of all the ground balls that he gets, and It's a guy that I think about that curveball. When you think about Charlie Morton, he will throw 5, 6, 7 in a row if he has to.
Legit an Uncle Charlie. That one's in there. That is strike
That's fine.
two.
Looks like
A little
really
more
good
on the
fastball
inside than what I
today.
want.
You can hear that catcher's mitt pop it. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Oh,
Fouled
no.
off again. And it
Don't
remains
get there.
3
Don't
and
get
2.
there. Okay, it's out of play. Phew.
One down, base is empty. And that one is
Damn it,
lifted
that's
in
like
the
a
air.
solid. Darn it.
Racing
Just a
after it.
little,
Racing,
like a
makes
touch
the
late
catch.
and just under it.
And there are 2 outs.
Darn it.
Batting fifth, the second
2
baseman,
outs, base is empty.
Colton
Colton Wong up next for the Mariners. Good power, not great in the OBP department. That one's in there, 0-1.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Smoked to right, but he's got it.
Oh,
Nobody
just
left for
early on it. It
Seattle.
was the pitch
They
I was
trailed things
looking
here,
for.
2-0.
It just went right to him. Dang it. Okay. Look, we made comebacks before.
Back here in Atlanta.
We have
here
like
is
the
Ozzie
maximum
Albies
amount of
up there.
time to make a comeback.
He's got
Better
he's
contact
a little
with
sneaky
France and
because
Colton Wong there
he's
in those
so comfortable with taking
last
his
2
base
at-bats.
hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
They did drop the pitching difficulty, which I
The
find
wind of the pitch.
interesting.
And ball 1. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly
He
well.
only threw
A lot of stuff
11
to that
pitches.
part of the plate.
Which
Yeah,
is
but he
kind of
wasn't fooling
absurd.
anyone. It's a tough place to be.
Oh,
'cause
dear
it's not always
God.
obvious
That
when
is
adjustments need to be
mercifully
made.
gonna
Sometimes it's
hook
location,
foul.
sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
The wind and the pitch.
Oh,
Shoots a
come
line
on.
drive single into right center.
Didn't exactly square
Okay.
that one up, but
Like,
sometimes
what?
you don't have to.
No left
Just
fielder.
squibbed it the other way and beat the shift. I'm not sure that's exactly what he was trying to do, but it'll work almost every time with the defense shifted to the pull side.
Marcelo Zuna in the box.
I mean,
now.
this is what I was
Balls and
looking
a
for.
strike.
It was going to be a better team. It's going to offer a little bit more of a challenge, and I think it's going to kind of double down on the narrative that I have maybe concocted in my head. Oh, this was the wrong pitch.
Just
I was
missed.
looking for the sinker, but that
Runner
is
at first
why.
with no outs here.
I have been.
That one ripped. That's back
Fucking
there.
Christ.
Hits the fence. The run scores all the way from first. It's
I've been
3-6.
taking care of business against
Everything came together
bad
for him.
teams.
Just a cookie down
But the
the
good
middle.
teams
Those are the
have
ones
given
you
me a
dream
lot of
about. Ones in the
problems.
cage, you're just hoping you
I
get in the
just-
ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top.
I kind of hate that he stood there and like waited for it to come back to him.
Here's Kevin Pillar. And that's in there for strike 1.
And that's a little bit worrying as we get, you know, obviously as we go through the season and we start to get towards playoffs and stuff. It's like, am I going to be able to win a playoff series?
The pitch.
Oh, fuck off. That is a strike.
No outs.
Dude.
Runner on second.
It's already not going well, and then you're going to call that. That was bad
Right
pitch. That was
there.
bad pitch.
And a base hit up the middle. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to
That's a
leave
pretty
this in the
terrible
umpire's
circle
hands. I'm
change,
gonna be
admittedly.
aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So
Suarez
nice
does
job
not have
right
the
there,
speed to get
coming
out
back
there.
in
It's
that
also
at-bat.
far out of play. And we don't have any outs.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Ball
I
one
mean,
there.
are you serious right now? That is some fucking trash right there.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. And he's safe at first.
Why did it give me Robbie Ray? Why did it not give me Cal Raleigh? That doesn't make any sense. Gotta be fucking kidding me.
But the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Okay, I see. You know what? I see it. Otherwise, it creates a free play at the plate.
Vaughn Grissom, 0 for 1 so
A free
far.
spot at the plate.
Just missed.
I honestly don't know what's happening.
That's a base hit as a run scores. Runner held at third, and they'll be loaded again with nobody out.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line.
This is a team like the best team that's ever been concocted in the fucking universe.
Here's Austin Riley. And that one is inside.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
That's in for a strike.
How?
Austin
How
Riley,
the
a
fuck
guy
is
that's
that
turned
a
into one
strike?
of the young
You
stars
fucking
in the
idiot.
National League. Chris, he's got big time power. The next offering misses, and it's 2-1.
He's got power, and he's also been able to develop the glove defensively. Another guy that Ron Washington's helped go to the next level. Now
I
he doesn't
am
have to
lucky
worry
that that
about
was
making
a swing
mistakes
that was
defensively,
very
and he
early.
can have better at bats because of it.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Stays alive.
He only threw 11 pitches
2-2
in the
on the
first
way.
inning, already at 22.
This one popped up. Foul
This
ground,
is-
first base side. France
Gonna give me an
calls it
opportunity
in, and
here
there's
to-
one away.
There's no reason to preload that throw at all.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least one run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more
That's a bad
frustrated with
pitch
that
right there.
at-bat than him.
Acuna at the plate and takes high there.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's
So
up,
let's-
that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up.
What
in
is
the infield,
Acuna
and that's
Jr.'s
exactly what the
speed, I
pitcher
wonder?
wants.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a
That's a
tapper that rolls
terrible,
foul.
terrible sinker.
Sets him down looking. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone.
Like I'm being a little less
Travis
predictable
Darno
here. I don't know if
next
that's
up
like
for the
part of the
Braves.
problem or
He's
what.
sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. In the first
God, I
pitch,
hope
this
it's
is
not.
for
I hope
ball
this
one.
is not the
Big run
moment
in
for
this
him to
game.
notch number
2 outs, 2
100.
runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early.
Pilar, the runner at third. Harris at second. Grissom on at first with 2 down. Tarno checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And he held back according to Ricky
No
Holiday.
problem.
Next one off
That's
the
a
plate inside.
terrible fucking
and that's
pitch.
ball 3. That is ball 4, and that'll bring home
We
a run.
walked in a run.
Really got
I
himself
lost
into a
track of the
mess out
count
and
there.
Now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
2 outs, bases loaded. And now Matt Olson up to hit. In there for strike 1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Next offering is in for a
Your
strike.
zone is
Being
terrible.
down 0-2 in the count, I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
And here it comes. Swings and misses on the
I can't believe I
fastball
walked in
up
the
the
run.
zone
I
for
would
the
not have thrown the
strikeout.
knuckle curve.
So they get 3
If,
runs in the inning, but they also leave the bases loaded.
Jesus
We've played 2 full.
Christ.
It's the
Are you
Braves
fucking
5 and the
serious?
Mariners nothing.
They have 9 hits through 2 innings.
And welcome back. On to the third inning. A.J. Pollock at the dish.
A.J.
The right-hander back to work. That's a little bit low. Pollock, a former All-Star, hitting 7th in today's lineup. He joined the team as a free agent.
Oh,
that one
that's
off
a
the bad
swing.
part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. Albies racing, makes the catch.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused
Ooh,
and made
bad
a
swing,
nice
bad
catch
swing.
right there.
Suarez in his 9th season, 31 years old, and he's put together some good swings lately with 5 home runs in his last 10 games.
Thankfully, you know, swinging is something that's in the zone, and you know, no moral victories in sports, but
Ball to strike.
sometimes it's nice, especially for me, when it's like, okay, well, you keep swinging and shit way out of the zone. Ooh, boy,
Swing and a
Jesus,
miss.
fuck.
Ugly swing right
What are we
there.
doing?
That's one of those swing now. before the
Jesus
pitchers even let go of the
Christ.
baseball.
Fouls that off
That
to the
was
left,
the
and he'll
pitch
do it again.
to try and get something on the board. It's too early on a 90-mile-an-hour
2-2 down.
cutter.
Spoils
Okay,
the
fouled off the
two-strike pitch, and he'll
slur.
see
I'm sure
another.
incredibly early. Actually, not as bad early as I
Righty
thought it was going to be.
delivers.
There we go, inside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And that one is lifted in the air. Acuna has it sized up. Makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Kind of overthought there toward the end of it. Committed to the bottom part of
Here's
the zone,
Taylor
and of course I
Trammell.
got a pitch that I missed. Oop,
And
bad
first
swing, bad
offering
swing.
is fouled off. Trammell measures 6 feet 2 inches, 220 pounds, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH.
Also a bad
Fouls
swing.
one off
Really
out of play,
late on
back to
these.
our left.
You know,
90
people don't realize how
high
far
90s
the jog
sinkers.
is from the dugout to the outfield position. And if you're playing in Oakland, man, it's a country mile to get out there. So for him to be able to be the DH today, that is really a nice day off.
Two down, nobody on. And now it's even up. Next offering is fouled back. And a pitch. Foul ball left
Oh,
side.
that was
He'll
it, and
see
it was
another.
just
5 foul balls in this at bat so
Didn't
far,
see it
and
very
these
well.
guys are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit.
Oh
Well,
man,
that's a
what the
strikeout,
hell happened
and
there?
that'll do it for the inning.
That did not seem like a 95-mile-an-hour
And
fastball.
1,
It
2,
seemed
3
so
go the
slow coming in.
Mariners. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Bottom of the inning, Ozzy Albies up to the plate.
The second baseman.
Yeah, but kind of hard to believe, but Ozzy Albies, first second baseman in Braves history to win a Silver Slugger.
And he's won multiple Silver Sluggers now. That's inside, and that's ball 1.
You know, these Braves really producing with runners on. It's been a right place, right time kind of game for them. They put a bunch of runs on the board, thanks in large part to 4 hits with runners in scoring position.
And a ball
Oh
evens the
my
count.
fucking
On top of
god.
that, they haven't left
I
many guys
hate
on
your
base,
fucking
so
strike
they've been
zone so
efficient
goddamn
getting
much.
runners on and finding ways to
God
bring 'em
damn it, man.
Swing and a miss. Gassed it right by him.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there.
I think
after not
living
getting
up in the
call.
high
He
part of the
probably
zone
should've
is going
got
to
it,
help
didn't
us
let it
here.
affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
That's a bad,
Swings and
that's
fouls
just a
one
bad
off.
pitch.
Foul ball there.
0-2, so we should be able to maybe try and tuck one in here high and
And he'll
inside.
Right side. Hernandez settles underneath it. 2 down.
The designated hitter, Kevin.
2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Kevin Pillar. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. On the ground to the left. In plenty of time.
There we go.
First
Clean
out
inning.
with
Our
room to
first
spare, and that's the
goose
inning.
egg on the board.
Braves are set
We're
down
30
1, 2,
minutes of this
3,
video, and
as
we
they
are through
unable
3.
to add to their 5-0 lead.
And we have no hits. We have some good pieces of contact, but
Stepping in for
there's
the
nothing
Mariners,
really going my way
Rodriguez.
here so far.
Julio
A line to
Rodriguez.
kick the pitch.
That is a terrific
Throw to first is
example
in
of what's
time.
been going
1
on.
up, 1 down.
I'm super late on the
And up next
fastball
for
because he has an
Seattle,
82
JP
mile an hour
Crawford.
slurve.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And
Honestly,
now
this
2-0
probably
as
should
that
be a
one missed
less of a
below the
lead.
knees.
I should not have thrown the
The
knuckle
Ends
curve
yet to pick up a
with
hit
what I
here.
did not realize was a 3-ball count that walked in the run. Ooh, that's a
On
bad
the
swing.
ground,
That's
right
such a bad
side.
fucking swing.
Steps on first for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of
But Crawford had a little bit of a fumble on what could have been the third out.
Good execution.
So there's a couple of plays
2
here where it
outs,
could
base
just
is
be
empty.
3-0
And
rather than
now
5-0.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Offensively, though, I'm just not doing a goddamn thing.
First offering misses the mark.
Oh no,
That's the
Sean!
third.
God damn it! Stop it! Stop it!
Riley
Stop it!
fires to first, and Hernandez is out. And that will end the inning. Mariners are down in order. It's 5-0.
Just want you to know I didn't actually hit my controller on anything. I just made the motion.
Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth. Now the
Switch
leadoff
Pro
spot
controller.
for the
It's just like kind of in my
Braves,
way,
Michael
but it
Harris.
also isn't.
Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. First pitch, and he just misses.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just
Fucking
automatically
terrible.
assume that it's an out every
Fucking
time he's hit in the
terrible.
air.
Put on some
Hit in
fucking
the air, right
glasses.
field.
God damn it.
Hernandez pulls it down, and there's 1 down.
Now batting. The shortstop.
I'd be ejected from this game already. If I were the manager or the pitcher in this
Grissom digs in
situation,
now.
I'd be gone.
First offering, and it just misses.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
And there's a foul ball.
He's getting confidence in that sinker, which is good.
That's in there. Going to count 1 and 2.
Sounds so bad.
Out to center,
With Wong.
and it drops in. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And next for Atlanta, Austin Riley. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. In there, and it's 0-1. One of the things you look at with Austin Riley, he was drafted in the first round of 2015. The Braves were one of the only teams looking at him as a position player. Most every other team wanted him as a pitcher, but Austin Riley hated pitching. Ground ball could be 2. Wong toss to second. Throw to
That's a
first,
long
safe.
developing, slow developing
Sinker
play.
rolling
Take the
zone right
lead
there,
runner, no
and produced
problem.
exactly what
Nice
he was
play
looking
by
for.
Colton Wong.
Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Man at first, and now it's Ronald Acuna Jr.
I just want to be.
Ball 1, no strikes.
My fucking God. You figure at some point you'd pull your head out of your fucking ass, you shit ass umpire, and call some fucking strikes that are fucking strikes. You dumb bastard.
Really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
In for a strike. Now 2-1. That's a strike. Riley off of first with 2 away. Next offering misses. Full count now.
That's a good take. That's a good take.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
By the way, I would have been fucking livid if that was a ball. That was so fucking clearly a strike. If it was anything other than a strike, I'm going on strike. Never playing this goddamn game again.
Back here at the ballpark, we go to the top of the fifth, and now the catcher comes up to him. Cal Raleigh. And a pitch. There's a strike. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And that one
I am very, very lucky. I hit A to swing on that one, and it canceled out my swing animation with the dodge animation.
Close, but call the ball. And a count 2-1.
I mean, that's a strike. What the fuck is this guy doing?
And now 2-2.
No, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
And a foul ball.
Ooh,
He
that
stays
was
alive.
right on the button. That was a good guess there by me.
The wind of the pitch. And that's downstairs and outside. And there's ball 4.
This dude's,
You know,
this dude's zone is
okay with
terrible.
that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
And now the first baseman, Ty France. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. The Mariners hitless so far in the game. And it's fouled away.
Early on it. God damn it. That's so frustrating.
Next pitch is outside, and it's 2-1. And that's in there at the knees.
That's fine. That's
a
fine.
great
Wasn't
take
really going to
right
do
there.
anything with
Even
it
though it's a
anyway.
strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground, and you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Thank God that was foul.
Well, you put good
Thank God that
velocity
was
in the head
foul.
of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
2-2 now. Hacks
Got
and
me with the
misses.
slurve.
It's a
Fuck.
strikeout. Man at first, Colton Wong up next for the Mariners. He's 0 for 1.
Yeah, too early was not the problem with that
In there at
pitch
the
or that
knees.
swing, by the way.
That's strike 1.
Man,
The
this
fact
guy's
that
got
it
a
was
great
8 feet
feel
outside
for
the
his
fucking zone.
breaking ball
Yeah,
today.
go for it.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Fires to second for 1. And it's a double play to end the inning. He's through 5 without allowing a hit. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Braves 5 and the Mariners nothing. Back at Truist Park, here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
The catcher, Travis
Ray back to work.
d'Arnaud.
Swings and misses. It's 0-1. One note on Travis d'Arnaud. He was drafted by the Philadelphia Phillies in the first round. Twice he was traded for Cy Young Award winners. Roy Halladay as he moved from the Phillies to the Jays. And then safe at second.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. At the belt and fires. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. d'Arnaud stands at second with no outs. That one to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Nice play by France over at first. Trying to get Robbie Ray
The second baseman,
something going here. Like, just, I don't want to go to the bullpen this
So digging
much, or
in,
this early.
Ozzie Albies, the switch hitter batting right. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And he held up. One away with a runner at third. Next offering is in for a strike. That one down the line, and that's just foul. That one drifts inside.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters have showed patience, not going outside the strike zone.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder.
Commentators curse a little bit right there.
Talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers,
that was that bad.
Rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Next pitch is popped up.
I got a guy at third, but we're able to avoid any more damage here. They had 9 hits through the first 2 innings. I don't think that I'm actually pitching any better. I think the game has just stopped being so mean.
New inning getting started, and now for Seattle, A.J. Pollock.
Number 8, A.J. Pollock.
And the pitch. There's a strike. Swing and a base hit. Around first, heading for 2.
Stay
it's a leadoff double for their first hit of the game.
Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out.
There we go. Hey, we're not getting no hit. We might get shut out, but we're not getting no hit.
Back into this ball game.
You better believe me when I was thinking about that Blue Jays game. I probably could have stretched that to 3.
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Base hit.
That's fine. That's fine.
And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out. In now is the Mariners DH, Taylor Trammell. His first at bat was a strikeout. And fouled off.
That was such a good sound coming off that bat. God dang it. Ooh, that was a bad swing. Bad swing. Too aggressive. Too aggressive. Slow down.
Up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Next pitch is downstairs.
We're okay. Try and battle back. Stay locked in here. There we go. There we go. Throw some trash up there.
Pollock on third. Suarez on at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss. Jesus. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump.
You goddamn moron.
Games, even a week or more. No, right now he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Down the left field line, base hit.
Stay a second. Stay a second.
Scrambles back to second safely, and a run comes in to score.
All right, Julio Rodriguez, thank you so much. That is so frustrating. Like I've had a couple of those strikeouts where it's just like not even close.
J.P. Crawford gets
God
a
damn
chance
it.
to hit. This one
And
lifted
that,
in the air,
unfortunately,
left
is
field.
late.
Makes the grab, and there's
Fuck
2 down.
me. It's the pitch I'm looking for
So
been looking for all goddamn day.
Teoscar Hernandez will hit next. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right-hander kick steals. Out to short. They get the force. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 1 run in
It should
the
have
inning,
been
but
worse.
they leave 2. 9-1 and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Braves 5 and the Mariners
Too
1.
aggressive, pushing too hard to try and get myself back into
Bottom
this
of the
game.
6th, and now it's
And
the
I
Braves
am
DH Kevin Pillar. On the
just not
ground
seeing it
right
well.
side.
It's
Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
I'm all out of
Here's the
sync
center
timing
fielder,
wise.
Michael Harris. First pitch,
That is a
just misses.
fucking strike.
Harris measures 6
Fucking
feet even.
dumbass.
22 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
I mean,
to
why
count.
would you swing at anything that's down in that part of the zone? Because you know he's just gonna fucking call it a ball. Idiot.
There's a strike. They say you win. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Goes down looking.
I don't.
That's
I
gotta be
just don't
very
know.
frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well, and you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
2 outs, base is empty. Vaughn Grissom next up for the Braves. That
I
one
mean, at
ripped,
least
but
it's garbage
foul.
on both sides.
Next
It's still not
pitch
fun,
misses,
though.
And 1-1.
This batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe even singles, but you want to get the heart of the order up to the plate.
Okay.
Hernandez racing over to
So
make
we've thrown
the catch,
some
and the
clean
Braves
innings
go
there. That'll
down
likely be the
quietly.
last of
They
it
lead this one to 5-1.
for Robbie Ray.
So a lefty out of the pen, Dylan Lee.
We bring in
He's
Dylan
pitching
Lee.
on
This
2
is
days
kind of
rest.
actually to my benefit.
Your attention.
A lot of
please.
our hitters are better against the lefties.
Number 52.
And now the
Cal
switch
Raleigh
hitting
being
catcher,
the
Cal
exception.
Raleigh.
Slider at 86, a 4-seam at 94, a circle change at 89.
And a pitch. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Colin
Who's coming up for me? Shit, I don't know. Oh, Ty France and Colton Wong.
McHugh getting ready to come in for manager.
So they're going to
Brian
face a
Snitker.
switch hitter who's
Jimenez
weaker on the
getting
right
cranked
side,
up as well. The next pitch
a true
misses,
righty,
now
and then a
2-0.
lefty.
Kicks and fires. And that's outside. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
And so the
Wow,
lefty
4-pitch walk, huh?
allows the leadoff free pass.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Oh
Grounder might be
my
2.
God.
Over to Albies. Relay to first, double play.
I think there's always something pretty about watching a 5-4-3 double play get turned. I mean, just seeing the ball whipped around the diamond with quickness and accuracy, that was nice.
2 outs, base is empty. Colton Wong up to hit. Ground ball to the right
See,
side.
that's more
And
what I
he's
was
through
looking
a
for.
hit. And
Just
that
a little
keeps
more
the
what I
inning
was looking
going.
for from Ty France. Just early on a fucking.
Oh, that
God
started and
damn it.
ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
And the batter now, A.J.
I'd like to
Pollock.
more dramatically lean back
First
into the
pitch
wall,
doesn't
but this
find the
headset
zone.
has a big old fat top bar on my head. I don't want to break anything.
And the 1-0. That's through there for a strike. Wong, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next pitch inside, and it's 2-1.
We should have Suarez next before Trammell.
And now the lefty. And a foul ball.
Late? Early. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Kicks and deals. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Pollock started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, didn't go. Three and two. Payoff pitch.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a circle change. Still way too early on it, but got to get out of this auto swing mode here. All right to him. Darn it.
The force out. That ends the frame. One left for Seattle.
I meant to bring in a new
Down
pitcher.
here, 5-1.
For the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Back here in Atlanta. New arm out of the bullpen.
Bring in Isaiah Campbell, rocking a real nice ERA. 23-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Low batting averages versus lefties and righties. 3-0 record, 17 games. And he has that slow windup, so we gotta keep that in mind here as we get it dialed in. I mean, he's consistently wrong, I guess. You can give him credit for that, but fuck. Oh, just a little too much bite on that curve. That's a good-looking curveball, though. Hard to be too mad about it. Can I throw everything? Can I throw a changeup?
Here comes a pitch. Swung on, belted. That one is back. Ah! Austin Riley goes deep. It's his
I got nothing.
8th home run of the year.
I got
And they add
nothing.
to the lead.
What
It's
the
6-1.
fuck? Seriously, the first pitch out of the goddamn bullpen?
Welcome to the game. First
Fuck
pitch
off.
out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find
That's
a
all
way
right.
to reset.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
He goes down looking.
Third time he struck out in this
Weird.
one. And definitely
Really
an
weird
individual
scenario where they're like,
performance
here's a
you wanna
free
flush.
solo
It just
home
hasn't
run.
looked very comfortable
And
out
then
there.
just
one of those days.
a strikeout.
But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Now fly ball to right center. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's two down.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Olsen in the
Didn't
box
feel like it was
with
going to be
two
that bad of
gone,
a pitch,
and
but
takes
they
a
are
look at a
correct.
called strike. Bounce to the left side. Fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Albies stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. That's a strike, and it's 1-1.
Finally.
Olsen at second with 2 down. That's in there. 1-2.
A 1-2 count, all he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
That one the other way. He's got it, and that'll end the inning.
Not a great
One more for
curveball.
Atlanta
A
on
little
the
surprised
homer.
that this was
And this is now a
home run.
6-1
Literally
ballgame.
first pitch out
This
of
is
the
Mariners
bullpen.
baseball
That's full
on
home
the
run.
show Northwest. New pitcher for the Braves, Colin McHugh.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Oh, top 8. Okay, cool. I only have to use one more pitcher. Slider at 82, cutter at 91, four seam at 93, and I did not look at the last one before I...
And that's outside.
Got
The
rid of
Braves
it.
bullpen has some activity.
Curveball at 77.
Lucas Littke getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. There's a strike.
That's kind of the pitch you're looking for right there. Obviously way too late on it, but...
The pitch. That one's in there. And the count 1-2. Got it by him for the K.
I've been off all day. I think it's when I take like a day off. Like I don't record baseball videos when the Mariners don't play. And I think it throws off also all my timing and everything. It's just
Righty to the plate.
I'm already not super great at the game. Of course, this was a pitching matchup that was a nightmare for me.
Next offering
right from the get-go when there's a four-seam fastball at 97 and a sinker at 82.
Outside
oh
corner,
my God.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his
We might
hitting
actually
coach,
have to take
Trammell
out of the lineup.
Really
I am not playing well with him at all.
And it's even up.
Everyone can have a little chuckle there. He's had such a great season. Rarely ever do you see that kind of swing.
Lifted in the air out to left. Ozuna puts the squeeze on that one, and the inning is over.
In again.
Nobody left for Seattle. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Welcome back. Here's Marcell Ozuna.
The left fielder, Marcell
Campbell back to work. Fly ball down the line.
A little
Hernandez
confused as to why this is Hernandez's, but we're able to get there. Holy shit.
And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And that one is lifted in the air. Hernandez settles underneath it. Hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Michael.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris. Foul ball. And the right-hander deals. Ripped to right center, and that one will leave the park. Out of here.
When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
The 0-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. And that one upstairs.
You see how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Wanted to try and tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
Got him looking for the K. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. Braves get one on the big fly. Last chance coming up for the Mariners.
Just one of those games, just trash it.
And welcome back. We go to the ninth, and stepping in for the
Trash,
Mariners,
trash
J.P.
it.
Crawford. The pitch. Way
All out of sync, pretty much from the start. I mean, we were no hit till like the 5th inning. We give up those 5 runs in the first 2.
Uses a curve. And now 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Just off the
Missed a
outside
couple
edge.
opportunities in the late stages of the game to at least try and get back into it, make it interesting.
In for a strike, and now 3-1.
That's a really good take on my part.
Until he got a strike, now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to
And
get on base.
I mean, we brought in Campbell, and he didn't get to a good start by giving up a solo home run immediately, and he gave up another one in the 8th, which is fine. Like, it happens. I just feel like I jinxed myself in every conceivable way today.
Get something going. This is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line.
Sean.
Don't try to do too much.
Motherfucker,
Crawford
stop
gets his lead at
swinging.
first, nobody out.
There's just no reason for it. It's not going to drop.
And he deals. And now 1-2.
He's a little wily coming out of the pen here.
Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, this is a 3-1 count right here, and it's not even close.
And that's too high. That's hard hit in the line. Harris flashes
Not
the
terrible
leather
contact.
on
I
the
mean,
running catch.
it should be 2 on, nobody out, because I did not do well in that
First,
at-bat.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. First offering misses badly for ball 1. To short, could
darn.
be 2. Grissom
Laid
over
off
to
the
second,
top of the
out.
bat.
A double play to end it.
Or top of the ball.
For the pitcher there, ending the ball game with a nice double play. Always love
Wow,
to get
that was
two
a pretty bad
especially
game.
for
That was a bad one. I don't know that there's a whole lot to even take from it. You know, sometimes when I lose, it's like, okay, well, I should have pulled the pitcher sooner, or I should have.
I'm John Schaumburg. Thanks for joining us.
You know, the errors got us or whatever it was. This was just a bad game from the start. Robbie Ray came out. We didn't have it with him. They got a lot of shots into the gap. We're lucky that was a good throw by Ty France to at least mitigate some of the damage. Pollock, driving in a run here is pretty nice. Or maybe that's just the hit that got us started, which didn't happen until like the 5th inning. But it was a rough start. The top of the first inning didn't go super well. I kind of figured I was going to be in some trouble when I saw his pitch. What is it called? Pitch variety, I guess. When he's throwing 82 or 97, I'm going to be early on one, late on the other. Just giving me an absolute nightmare to work with there. And then the bottom of the first, we give up 2 runs. They're shooting a lot of stuff into the gaps. They're getting things through the defense. The game just felt like it was kind of being mean. Like we've been winning too much, apparently. Or Atlanta's also just very, very good. I'm disappointed in the offensive output today because Charlie Morton had such a high ERA, but I can also understand exactly why I had so much trouble with the offensive production, because it's the kind of pitches that give me the most trouble. He gets your win, and he is your player of the game. 6 innings pitched. He gave up 3 hits, struck out 5. 1 walk, 1 earned on his line. Robbie Ray picks up the loss. Gave up 11 hits in 6 innings pitched. He did strike out 6, walked 1, which unfortunately walked in a run. If I could do that at bat over, or that pitch over, I would not, A, throw a knuckle curve, which I believe was the pitch that I threw, and B, I would stay the fuck away from that bottom right corner, because it was just not consistently a strike at all in this game. The strike zone was fucking trash. It was trash both ways, but it was garbage all day long. And I kind of fucked myself a little bit on that. So I would redo that. We had a little bit of a bobble that I didn't get qualified as an error with J.P. Crawford, which could have ended the inning and prevented another run. So there's a couple plays here and there where it's like not necessarily my fault. Poor decision on my part, absolutely, to throw the knuckle curve with Robbie Ray that walked in a run. But, you know, sometimes you're just not going to be able to get a clean grip on the ball. J.P. Crawford normally very solid at shortstop, so not a big deal there. 5 earned on his line, if I didn't say that already. For Atlanta, Austin Riley was 2 for 4 with a solo shot. He scored twice. Michael Harris, the second, was 2 for 5. He had a solo home run. Travis, I can't remember how they pronounce his last name. He was 2 for 3 with a double, knocked in 2 runs. Olsen, 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. Pollock was 1 for 3 with a double. He scored. Colton Wong was 1 for 3. Julio Rodriguez was 1 for 4 with a ribby. Cal Raleigh 0 for 2, but walked twice. And the Braves kind of crushed the Mariners by a score of 7-1. And that is not, that's a pretty, I like that. I like that. Oh, can I look at the card? Whatever. That's kind of cool. I don't know if you can have that in franchise mode, but pretty sweet. Okay, so we are, 8-2 in our last 10? We're still, doing much better here this month. We have gotten the benefit of playing some weaker teams, Detroit, Oakland, Boston's has a losing record, but we've done fairly well enough against teams that are closer to 500. It's the teams that are well above 500. If you want to go back and look at this Toronto series, a 3-2 loss, a 3-0 loss, and then that 3-0 loss on the 30th up in the top left corner of your screen, that's the one that we almost got in a perfect game against us. I think Trammell came through and knocked a single in or whatever it was. And that was another one of those games that just kind of felt like it got out of hand quickly. I feel like I have a good opportunity to try and come back. We've made some nice comebacks in the past. The Texas 7-6 victory, the Boston 5-4 win, the Chicago 5-4 win, even the Houston 7-3 win, which you can't see right behind me, right where I'm pointing right there. We have the ability to make comebacks in this. We just weren't able to get into a good enough flow, and even when we were able to get some hits or pick up a walk, weren't able to cash in on the opportunity. So it is an unfortunate scenario, and it is not a fun way to start the series in Atlanta. Get a little bit worried as we move through this series, because that was a pitcher that didn't have a great ERA, and now we're facing a pitcher who is going to have a pretty good ERA. 6-1. Spencer Strider is with a 2.83 ERA. He is going to be taking on Marco Gonzalez, 3-3 with a 3.22 ERA. Game 2 of this series against Atlanta. We're going to hopefully get off to a better start tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. No One Lives Under the Lighthouse is ready to start. That took so long to download. But there you go. That's game number 44 of the season. Pretty brutal. We'll hopefully get off to a better start, like I said, tomorrow, and have a more competitive game. All right, here's the ending rigmarole. Y'all know it. Y'all love it. Be sure to scroll down and subscribe. Ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Every day the Mariners play in real life, you get a digital Mariners game at 6 p.m. Pacific time right here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. So make sure you have all that stuff good and going. Thanks for helping me hit 1,700 subscribers. I appreciate it so very much. And we will see you tomorrow for Game 2 of Atlanta taking on Seattle. Good sports. Go Mariners.